Alright, everybody, here I am with part 2 of why you should watch out for making friends at work. You should watch out with making friends at work. Alright, so let me go ahead and tell y'all. At the first job, I was 17 years old. Everybody knows that. Young, high school age. Well, at hosting usually was all the teens, all the 15, 16, 17, 18, 19s. I mean, all the teens. And some people, when you're at my job, you couldn't be, at my old job, the first job, you could not be a server until you were 18. But sometimes some of the servers would do both serving and hosting later on. That's what I tried to do. Did not work that well with serving. I'm not a server. I'm sorry. That's not me. Shout out to the people who can serve, and I will be doing a service industry rant video. I'll probably do that within the next mukbang and actually talk to people about that soon. And actually kind of just make that into a mukbang. Mukbang. I don't know how to say it. Forgive me. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I was friends with some people, or at least thought I was friends with people. I would carry on, I would laugh, I would make jokes. If I slip and fell, we'd be laughing. If they slip and fell, we'd be laughing. Like awkward giggling, helping each other out, at least I thought. And with all sorts of people at the hostess stand, even servers, just chilling around, laughing, hoorah, the kumbaya, turn up. That's what I thought I was doing. I was being polite, forgiving, and even when it was drama amongst the groups, between the servers and the hostess, or between the youngers and the elders, and some of the ladies who were serving still, and they, wanting to do that, and everybody. We were all still cool at the end of the day. People bring some food whenever we were allowed to, but back then, I don't know how to. It's weird how they pick and choose when they want to do roles. Okay, would be happy and all that. Well, I thought that'd be cool. I started adding some of them on social media, some of the hosts and some of these servers. Now, I granted it went from 17 to adulthood. Servers are there, but they're young adults, like 20 to 27 range. So I was like, oh, let me dip in here. And I'm an adult and stuff like that. So I was thinking, okay, everybody, here I am. Like, here we are, let's turn up. That's what I was thinking. Turn up. Well, it didn't work out like that. And of course, I'm not going to be that loud and corny. Most times, I'm actually quite shy. So, I don't know. Well, a lot of things happen. Not really drama, actually. I don't know. People just, like, they were friendly to me at work or whatever, most times. And they were willing to add me on social media. But it's like, if I seen somebody in public, it was like I had to go on my way to say hello to them to keep the conversation real short. Or if I messaged them on social media, I actually messaged them, the conversation would be really short. I'd be left on red. And I realized things like that, that's not really a friend. And I started feeling like they were using me. I just had these feelings, and I tell my best friend, and my best friend, she worked at some point, 17, I think she was still working at the last fast food job before she started getting into retail and then going into working in the medical field. So she was at her last, like, restaurant job, too. She noticed things like that too. It's like they're really nice. People are really nice. People are really helpful. People are really giggly. And it's like they get used to you, and it's like they either get bored of you or they take advantage of that. And they kind of just use you for that, for whatever you're willing to do for them. Yeah, so they had me on social media. It was applied enough, and then it was like they barely look at Snapchat or something. It was like barely look at my stuff, or if they had followed me for a little while here on Instagram or something, they unfollow me later on low key. Stuff like that. I just didn't really want to be around and just, rarely look at you. You can post something friendly with them or tag or anything like that. You give them a compliment, and it's like, oh, just a simple thanks, or even just a red. And it's like at first I dealt with that, but then I was like, no, I don't want to be disrespected. So I just stopped messaging people. I didn't do the full fledged block, and I to this day really didn't go off on anybody. I just did that. Well, I think what was it, like 4th of July? Around that time. 4th of July, there was events. I see it. The thing is, it's like some of the people cared so little about me that it's like it got to the point they didn't even want to hide the fact that they didn't care about me. And I thought I cared. I did care about them. I loved them. Like, and it was like to the point they didn't even care to hide the fact that they didn't care about me. It was like they it's like if I needed so much as a car ride because it was so inconvenient just to get some food. I already told you I was inconvenient on Saturdays to work. I was the last person to clock in, the first person to clock out, but I had to be there from 12 till 5 in that shift. There was nowhere that was close enough to walk to even get something to eat. It's like I would see them on Snapchat and social media as I'm sitting there hungry, and them just turning up and all that. There would be parties all sorts of times, and they'll be like, no, they'll be like, oh, it's just a little get together, it's a whole party, and everybody's there at work, and they don't invite me to anything. And I'm sitting here watching all of y'all do that. And that happened multiple times. I think 4th of July, it was about 2 or 3 people's birthdays. One girl's birthday in July, one the former manager's in August, and I think somebody else's college graduation or university graduation, and a couple of more birthdays, and it was 4th of July to do somebody else's birthday. All these events would pass by, and there'll be parties and people post on Snapchat, turn up. Everybody would be invited, and and then it's like I'd message people and they would give me either the shortest response, or I'd be left on red, or it's like they didn't even care to hide it, and all this, that, and the other. And it's like I thought we were friends. I wasn't, granted, I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty sure I was never disrespectful to anybody. Like anybody. I don't cuss up there. Just rarely ever. One time, maybe if I stubbed my toe or fell, I may have said a bad word, which I shouldn't be. I'll admit. Like, literally, it was not disrespectful. I did not start rumors. If any of them were in a bad mood, like I'd stay calm. It was like I was the one of the only people who I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing to make a friend, and it was like all sorts of parties and events and stuff would happen, and everybody would get together, and it's like, oh, nothing really happened, or oh, nothing. And it reminds me of this post I seen. Let me see if I can get my phone. Oh, dang. But if I can get my phone, and my friend, I've been friends with her since middle school on Facebook now. We're adults, so we do kind of like middle-aged, feels like middle-aged adult things, where we just share a post on social media, rants about life and stuff like that. Well, she showed me our post, and I had to like heart it because this literally sums up my first job. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see. Let's see. And this literally, I'm thinking about it now, but excuse me. This sums up how I feel. This sums up completely how I felt. That my first job. Doesn't get invited anywhere. Gets left on red. Has to ask to join events. Never anyone's first choice, and rarely gets a message first. One day I finally basically just say similar to this. Man, I really wish I had friends. Because these are all things that would happen at my first job. All of these things. And then everybody at job, by the time, I guess either somebody's upset, or if somebody does feel like giving me the time of day, this is literally what people's response would be. And of course, in their own dialects or forms or whatever, I guess. This is literally what people would say. By the time I'd finally just snap or just finally say something, this is literally what they would say. Everyone would say, this is what they would say whenever I say that. Ugh, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep on saying that sentence. I'm offended. I thought we were friends. That's literally what everyone would just be like. I'd finally say all of these things that I listed above doesn't get invited anywhere, gets left on red, and including the fact that y'all didn't even care to hide the fact that y'all purposely don't invite me. Y'all purposely don't like hanging out with me. After all of that, um, I was just like, really? I was really? And I knew certain people were talking about me because if I ever say anything on social media, I'd see them and it's like the next day at work and it was awkward. And it was awkward and stuff like that. And if anything does happen, um I posted on social media where I literally only had one or two like people, I guess, towards the end on there that I was leaving, and I went to my second job, which was the gas station, and everybody at the whole job knew, even though I only posted it where only like two people would have seen it because I started unadding people eventually. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And like everybody knew. And I was like, I did not tell you I was putting in my 2 weeks. I'm like, so it made me kind of suspicious. I'm like, is everyone just talking about me? So whenever I post saying that I'm tired of being left out, y'all probably all see it. Which I'm probably jumping to conclusions, but it made me sad, honestly. It really did. And this is literally how I felt. This is how I truly felt, you know? I don't know. Sorry, I got a message to you. That's literally what would happen. That message verbatim is like what would happen at my first job. Let me just reread that. I cannot tell you how much of a confirming feeling it was to know that this is what happened. Like, just one more time. Doesn't get invited anywhere. Gets left on red. Has to ask to join events. Never is anyone's first choice. And rarely gets message first. One day I finally snap and say, man, I wish I had friends. Somebody at work hears me say that. And they said, I'm offended. I thought we were friends. That's literally what happened at my first job. What happened? And that's the reason why I don't like making friends with a lot of people. And I know one thing is like servers, they don't tend to stay long because they see how it is and they decide, oh, I'd rather make hourly, which, I mean, that's what I'd rather do too. That's one reason why I did not like serving. Or they're like, the tips aren't even that good because we don't get busy like that. So why would I be doing that? So that's basically what happens. Yep, I believe that's what happens, and that's the reason why I don't really like making friends with people, like at jobs, because it's either the huge turnover, people leave, and all that, or however you're supposed to say that, and all that stuff would happen, and what's the point? It shows that you need to be. It shows that. Give me just 1 second. Hold on, give me just 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. Sorry for all of that. I seen something that was on the TV. There's like the pets, where you watch them. I guess see if they're the best breed or something. It's like a pet show, and they do every year, or I don't know. It's like a few times a year. I thought it was only once a year, but turns out it's a few times a year. I don't know. It's weird. You see different breeds of dogs compete. Okay. I just went to see that. So if you heard the dog bark and then you heard my brother, he was showing me that on the TV. Well, I'm back, and basically that sums up this video. I told you this video was going to be a little bit quicker. Once I got to the point with it about why it's kind of hard to make friends, and especially part-time, a lot of people only really work there if you meet somebody nice, or a lot of people who are, nice enough and genuine, they decide I don't feel like being here, and they give less of a chance, and they just go. So, those are some reasons why I don't really like, you should still be polite, and friendships happen. I believe if it's God's will happening, let it happen, you know. But don't be shocked if you make what you think is a friend and you do all the things to be a nice friend, and it does not work out at some point, or you find the true intentions and they don't line up with yours. You know, don't be completely shocked, you know, but it happens. Oh well. I'm still here. I'm still alive. A lot of things could be a lot worse, you know, or a lot different, a lot harder to handle with, I believe. I want to say I love y'all all. God bless y'all all in Jesus Christ's name, and take care, please. And Jesus is Lord, I believe. Let's see.